Ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to welcome y'all to the Foolish Show. Get the popcorn ready. I want you to enjoy yourself.
Y'all know what the vibe is.
South Florida. Let's get it. We about to drop. We about to drop. Headed to the top.
We about to get this thing on and popping live on the Foolish Show.
I want to be great like a shark. I gotta put it down. I gotta leave my mark.
We gonna have a good time, y'all. Got a whole lot of special guests checking in.
I wanna be great like a shark.
We gonna go in tonight, y'all. Live chat wide open.
What's my name? Foolish. Make it clear. Make it always repping the city. Make them say yeah.
Make sure y'all share this.
Independent.
Hey, everybody come on. The party just started. Reality Music Entertainment. That's the channel, y'all.
Music in your hood. Turn me up loud.
We gonna have like a fool tonight, y'all.
I respect getting the check. Grinding hard online. I call it Craig Lee. Straight from FLA. The sunshine state. Where the food is good and the weather's great. Some dudes fake. They'll turn first 40 hell talk. Just be yourself and not a fake dude. They put you in that room.
We gonna get the party minute, y'all.
I ain't got no time for
We live on the Foolish Show. You know how we get down every other night. It ain't where you from, it's how you come. We gonna show love. We gonna spread love everywhere, y'all. Make sure y'all tell everybody tune in right now to the Foolish Show. We live, y'all. The hottest new podcast. Straight to FLA. Brandon, Florida, stand up. Shout out to everybody around the world who watching.
They call me foolish because I act a fool. When you need friends the most, they'll get ghosts. But when you got it all in your face like, yo, I'm trying to make something shake with food on the plate. If you hate, then we can't relate. This is destiny, dog. This is fate. Time is now. No, I can't wait. OMG, the boys coming hard. Been on fire, they call them shining stars.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to welcome y'all to the Foolish Show. I am your host, F to the Ish. You don't know what that stands for, Foolish. Representing reality entertainment, man. Y'all that back. I bring on special guests. Let them get their shine on. Represent where they from. All that good stuff. It's all about showing love, man. Give everybody their flowers where their heart still beat. So we know how we do. We don't play no games. We're going to get the party started.
Yo.
My boy Dre.
Yo, what's up with it?
What's poppin', homie?
Man, shit, chilling, man. Feel me?
How you living?
Man, shit crazy right now, man. We just taking off right now. That shit started, bro. You feel me?
Hey, that's what I want to hear, bro. That's what I want to hear. Hey, why don't you go ahead, man, and tell everybody who you is, where you from, man. Everything we need to know about you, man, because I see you got it on and popping, man. You need to let them know we live right now.
Yeah, so what's up with it, man? It's your boy Drake coming from the 245, Haywood County, Brownsville, Tennessee, right outside of Memphis, Tennessee.
In the house, y'all.
Yes, sir, right outside of Memphis, Tennessee, man. Shit, man, we do this shit. We represent ETI, man, Elite Trappers Only organization, bro. If you with it, get with it. You feel me?
All day.
Yeah.
Man, let them know about that music, man. What that pressure, what projects you got out right now, and what you got cooking, man.
Man, yeah. So that music shit, man. Right now, I just y'all go tune in on my IG or whatever. We can get that linked in to the live or whatever. But I got a new visual coming out for my single Rolling. I dropped about a month ago, so that's going out hot right now. Just dropped a song on YouTube called We Might Never Stop with me and my boys T-Dug and TQ. Right now it's at 3.5K in 3 days, so we doing numbers right now.
Okay, we doing numbers. I see you doing numbers.
We doing numbers right now, so shit. That's all we got right now. Shit, rest of the shit, I really can't say a lot how I really want to. The label, they, you know, they keep me on a certain limit on certain stuff I can say, but shit, just know, you know, y'all get in tune with me. We'll have it coming for you, feel me?
Man, we gonna get this thing on and popping, man. Party just started, man. I bring everybody to the party, man. I got my other big dog, man. BLG in the building.
What up? What up? Everybody
What's good, big homie?
Man, ain't good
Man,
on
how
this
you
side,
living?
man.
How you living? How you feeling?
Man, well. That's all I can say is well, man. Grinding. Grinding.
That's what it's all about, brother. Gotta grind till you shine.
Sure. That's absolutely true. That's absolutely true, man. But
So
yeah,
BLG, man, yourself, man. We live, right? Introduce yourself. Let everybody know who you is, where you from, what you got popping, where we can find you at. Tell us everything we need to know about you.
okay, you can find me on Instagram at I am BLG Bree. You know, BLG stands for Black Line Global. That's a company me and my brother run together. My brother Bravo.
Okay.
You know, we just dropped our first official single, Riot. You know, it's everywhere you think of. You know, and that's what we push, man. We come from a small town called White Castle out of Louisiana, but I grew up in Baton Rouge, so you know I've been out here for the most part.
Yeah, I can hear it in your talk, man. I can tell you from Baton Rouge over there.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Shout out to Louisiana, man.
You know what they're here for. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. All day, every day. Shout out my brother Dumbo.
Hey, salute y'all boys, man. Y'all keep getting your shine on, man. So where we can find most of y'all stuff at, man, and we want to support y'all.
We got some stuff. We got some stuff on YouTube. But we just dropped our first official single through United Masters called Riot. BLG Bree Riot is everywhere. You know, it's kind of different, but it's fire. I promise you, it's fire. You know.
Hey, y'all go check that out, man. Go holler at my boy.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man.
Look him up.
We coming, man. We got some smoke and
go about pressure.
Yeah, and we looking for some artists, man. We trying to put one of them young cats in the game. I'm an OG, man. You know, I'm an OG, man.
Hey,
y'all, for the young.
I heard the man talent. Y'all hit him up. He looking for talent.
Yeah, we looking for somebody to put out there.
That's what it's all about, man. That's network, man.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. That's what we're about, networking, man. From here to there and nowhere else.
Hey, man, that's what we got to do more as people, man. Let's stop hating on each other and let's build something. Trying to get the party started, man. Let me bring in, where you at?
What up, Bo?
DX.
What's up, man?
Where you at? What it is?
Cooling. Baton Rouge, Louisiana.
DX, what it do?
Up in here tapping in with my boy Breeze, man. Support my
Yeah, right. Hold on. We
watch
get
the
it
live
right.
stream and support what you got going on also.
Yeah, that's my brother Dumbo right there. Yeah, the best cameraman.
Okay, Dumbo. Dumbo, what it is, homie?
What's up, man?
How you living, man? How you feeling?
I think my service messing up. I'm good, man. How you doing?
Man, I see your boys doing big things over there, man.
Oh, we getting it in. We working, man. Working. I see you.
Gotta get that grind in.
Keep going.
Man, that's what it's about, bro. I be trying to show love, man.
I see you doing that, man. Keep doing that, bro. It's gonna take you a long way.
Yes, sir.
Real talk, bro. Appreciate that.
All right.
Keep the party started now. We ain't stopping, y'all. Zing, what it do, homie? Big Z, what it do?
Life is good. It's, you know.
Hey, welcome to the party, homie.
Thank you for having me.
Hey, man, go ahead and introduce yourself to the world, man. Tell them everything they need to know about you. We live right now on the Foolish Show.
All right, cool. Well, my name is the ZYG808. I'm an artist. I make music. I rap. I sing. I write music. I make beats. I play drums. I play vibraphone. Also, I'm starting college in a couple of weeks. So that's
that boy
yeah, so
grinding. That boy grinding hard over there.
Yes.
Man, when you get time to sleep, man, when you gonna sleep, man, you gotta sleep sometime.
Sleep. Well, I catch sleep when I can catch it. I think that's what most people say, to catch sleep when they can catch it. But yeah, I actually just dropped a mixtape back in June. I'm working on, just finished another mixtape. It's coming soon, and a couple of them actually in the works. A lot of music.
You bringing that fire.
Yeah. I actually have a single dropping on the 15th that I wrote and produced myself. It's called CPS Freestyle. It's gonna be on all streaming platforms when it comes out.
Man, y'all get ready for that, man.
Yes, and everybody also go follow the South Coast Thumpin' Soul playlist on Spotify. That's where you can find all my music and also all my bandmates and all the people I work with. Just shout out Marlene. Hold on, I think he just joined. Or is
Marlene, where you at?
Marlene, yes. Is that him right there? Yes. I recognize that white beard right there. Can't hear him, but I can see him. All right.
We can't hear you. You gotta check his volume. You might be on mute over there.
Probably, maybe.
Check your volume. We can't hear you. But if y'all just tuning in, man, we about to get the party started. We live now on the Foolish Show. I got all these special guests on, man. We're gonna have a good time, talk that good talk.
All right,
that
how about now?
talk.
Now we can hear you, yes.
Okay, here we go.
How's now?
Yes, now we can hear you.
Yeah, we got you now.
All right. What's
Go ahead and introduce yourself there.
okay, now
Can
I'm
you
not
hear us?
hearing you guys.
Can you hear me? I don't know what's going on. He's trying to get his mic right up. But listen, y'all, we about to get it started. So I want to holler at y'all while I got y'all on here. I be wanting to know people different point of views, man. You know what I'm saying? So we gonna get into the first topic, man. I want to know what y'all happening, man. Do y'all know? Do y'all believe? I'm gonna ask you this: do you believe in destiny?
I mean, in what sense do you mean? Because
like, do you think things are just meant to happen?
I mean, in the manner of speaking, yeah. I mean, sometimes there are things that are meant to happen, and then there are also some things that are just surprises. But you know, I think it's kind of a toss-up in that regard. You know what I mean?
Right. I feel you.
At least in my opinion, you know, fate doesn't determine everything, but it does determine something.
Well said, that brother. BLG, what
Thank you.
I believe there's such thing as coincidence. Everything is meant to happen.
real talk?
Sure.
Dumbo, what you say, Dumbo?
I'm trying to get my signal right over here.
Dumbo, you believe in
I
destiny?
can't hear nothing.
Dumbo say he can't hear nothing.
Yeah.
Hold on, we getting some feedback.
Oh
We
yeah.
getting some feedback. Hold on. Somebody background the device. We getting a little feedback. Okay, we good now. Dre, I'll let me Dre. How you feel about destiny?
Yo, can y'all hear me?
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, okay. Well, see, when you talk about destiny is like the ultimate thing that you reaching for and ultimately in. So your destiny is whatever you make it. It's nothing that you can't obtain. It's just however you go about it. So if you lay down and quit right now, your destiny might not ever achieve it. But if you keep on going and keep pushing towards your destiny, one day you might achieve it. It might come sooner than you think. It's all about the work and dedication you put into achieve it.
Right. That's well said, there, brother. Dumbo, we trying to get your point, Dumbo. You can hear us?
I can hear you now. What's good?
Yeah, we want to know how you feel about destiny, man. Do you believe in destiny?
Oh yeah, most definitely. What's meant to happen is gonna happen. It can't be undid. It's already written.
Real talk. Real talk.
Whatever's meant for you, it's gonna.
Just like some people are
to you,
destined for greatness.
Who in front of you? Yeah,
Well
we are all
said, there, Dumbo.
destined for greatness. Man. We gotta keep working at it.
Like I believe
Don't give
everybody on
up.
this show right
Keep
now is
on
destined for greatness.
fight.
So,
Yeah, most definitely.
so
That's
why
what it's
we
all about, man. Everybody put in that work. Hard work pays off.
Oh yeah, every time.
Better believe it.
It's worth it though.
Better believe it.
that's some shit you can't without hard work. It's like niggas be wanting handouts. I don't be understanding how you want a handout for some shit you ain't even working for. Like this shit kind of crazy. How niggas want handouts, and it ain't even nothing that you didn't work for. Like,
Right. You want that shortcut. Everybody want the shortcut. Nobody want to put that work in. Life don't work like that, man. You got to grind.
You learn.
Yeah.
Wherever you trying to get at, you got to put that work in. I don't care what field you in.
It's hand to you and you lose and never get it back again. But if you grind it for it, you know you know how to put your foot.
Talk to him, Bree.
Yeah.
You better tell him, Bree. You better tell him.
You got to go through trial and error. You know, you got to get some type of sense of what you got. Like I said, if you catch the air, in order to recover from the air, you got to have some type of sense of what to do and what not to do. And if it didn't work for it, then you won't have that sense. You get back where
you ain't gonna appreciate it. You're gonna take it for granted.
Exactly. But I mean,
think that's how life supposed to work.
Yeah. That's for kids.
That's what I'm talking about, man.
That's why you know I feel like it's better to work for what you want to achieve. That's what I'm.
For real. That's what everybody got to understand, man. If you want something, then you got to go put in that work and strive to go get where you trying to go.
Well, but we don't always, we got to mature. It takes a lot of us go through things. A lot of us got to grow. So, I mean,
exactly.
I always think like this. I didn't always think like this. I had to go through certain things.
You right, Bree.
Right.
That's why if you still living and you don't learn lessons, then why is you still living?
Thanks. Thanks. It's pointless for you to be here.
Pointless. You like The Walking Dead.
Yeah, you going. Big facts. That's why. That's the most important thing.
So what y'all think? I think I brought this question up on one of these other shows. I want to know y'all opinion. If y'all had to start a school, right, and it's your school, and you had to teach 5 subjects, what 5 subjects would you teach at your school?
Well, I definitely know one of the 5 would be at least some kind of financial literacy.
Yeah,
I mean,
definitely.
There we go. There we go.
Some it had to be some economics or something like that. Yeah. Something.
And also, they don't teach people how to cook anymore, or at least those like programs in schools.
Yeah,
are like,
man. What happened to economics, man? We used to call it home economics. What happened to that?
But
Bree, you know we used to have them cookies. You know we used to make them chocolate chip cookies and all that. All right.
I say, man, I know my school definitely gonna have audio production.
And y'all heard Dre? Dre said that audio production.
Because not just necessarily music, necessarily audio production. There's a lot of people that start mixing music in high school. Like a lot of people start around in high school just to have that program in school to help out a lot.
That's real.
And you don't have anything like that. Good one too. I feel that's a good one too.
That's real, though.
Man, y'all hitting a good one.
Professor, you welcome to the party, Professor. We've been trying to get you in the party.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, it took a minute. I had to switch over to my laptop. But what's good, everybody?
How you doing? How you doing? Go ahead and introduce yourself to the world. Let everybody know who you is.
All right. Peace and blessings. My name is Waleem, the Funky Professor. I'm the godfather of the South Coast Funk and Soul movement in Massachusetts. That's a cross-genre movement of jazz, soul, house music, hip-hop, Afrobeat. Collective artists we have up here, putting it all together. Y'all met ZYG 808, who's already part of it. I'm one of the founding members of the Groovalados. We're a 6-time Grammy-nominated funk band up here out of Massachusetts. And
man, salute to that.
Thank you very much. I'm the owner and head of production for Polyphonic Studios in Massachusetts. And we've been releasing new music every single month in the different genres from the South Coast Thump and Soul movement. So if you want to check that out, polyphonicstudios.com/music. You can find our releases. And I have some solo soul music that just came out over the last couple of months, but I also have a house music project dropping starting in September called Paradise Over Peace. But then the overall EP is going to be called Polymath's Grotto, and that'll be on Beatport. It'll be on Beatport and all the normal streaming places. But yeah, production, and we do post production for other people. So if folks are doing stuff at home but want it mixed and mastered to basically major label quality, check us out.
Oh man, salute to that, man. The professor, y'all, he over there putting in work. I promise you, he putting in that work. Salute to you, and I appreciate your time to come on the show.
Oh, thanks for having me on. Oh, and I was going to say, and in my other life, I'm a professor of English, Black Studies, and media production at the University of Massachusetts, Dartmouth.
Oh man, what don't you have on your resume, Professor? What don't you do, man?
I don't do dentistry. But thanks very much for having me on. I've been enjoying listening. So yeah.
Hey, we appreciate you. But we're gonna bring you in the conversation. What we were talking about right now, if you had to start a school, and if we had 5 subjects, what 5 subjects would you teach at your school? That's what we're discussing right now.
5 subjects. All right. I would start with the trivium. When we talk about the 7 arts or the liberal arts, I would start with the first 3, which would be language or rhetoric. Logic would definitely be one. critical or critical thinking, as we would put it, and at least the initial basics of mathematics.
Yeah, because you gotta learn, you gotta know how to add and subtract and all that. Period.
Oh yeah. But one thing I've noticed especially, has been sort of like erased from the curriculum, has been critical thinking. And
that's real. That's real there.
Because I'm getting people in college where I'm teaching them from my 7th grade notes.
Wow.
You know, it's like a few years, I'm thinking, oh, these are basics. Everybody got this. And as I'm talking to them, no, I never read that. No, we never talked about that in school. No, we never did that. No, we never did, you know. And it's like,
right.
And it's like folks can't operate without, you know, like how we have some of the easy applications where it's all drag and drop online. Like you want to build a website, you can just drop the pictures in, drop the text in. Well, that's what college.
Right.
That's what college has become. It's like now here's a laundry list of stuff you got to do, and just do this stuff and cover these points, and you're good. And
wow, yeah, it's a new generation now. It's a new era we're living in.
It is, and you know it's crazy because I'm thinking about back in the day, I'd have to go to the library. Now you got Google. Almost every single library has
no more what a dictionary is no more.
This is it. But what's tripping me out is
Bree, you remember when you used to have to go to dictionary, Bree?
Yeah. But nowadays, what I'm saying is they got Google, and they're not even using that.
That's true.
All the libraries got databases online. I remember I had to actually go to New York, to 135th Street, to the basement of the Schomburg back in the day if I wanted information. Now exactly. I could actually open it up on another window while I'm talking to y'all, and folks don't even want to do that.
That's why I said it can't be too many excuses, man. It's too many ways out here to make something happen now, boy.
Oh, this is it.
But you also have the and where there are people like me who didn't have or didn't know where to find the information easily.
True that.
You got people that really are opening up and finding out more things about life.
Yeah.
So it's both ways.
I think they need that's another subject, Bree. I think we need to add, Professor, like that. Teach people about entrepreneurship and all this technology. If you let these kids get ahead of the game and teach them how to be their own boss early and learn about credit and stuff like that.
I know a lot of us we had access to the type of things that us would have made it out or made a better way for ourselves.
Exactly.
You know, I mean, not just with music, but with just, like you said, entrepreneurship. Period. We didn't have access to all this marketing and all this promotion, all of these promotion and marketing tools that are out today.
Right, all these outlets we got right now. Look what we're talking on right now.
These days, accidentally become a millionaire. I mean, it's been like that, but I mean, it's more common these days.
You're right.
Yeah, and I'm one of them dudes that kind of knew or went to look, but got caught up in the, just the hassle of life. And now that I do have more access to information and I'm willing to take advantage of it, I believe I'm climbing and getting to where I'm and catching up. Matter of fact, that's what I'm gonna say. I'm catching up to where I should have been.
Right.
Now,
right.
I give that part of it to technology. I get part of it to technology. You know what I mean?
I'm the same way, Bree. I be thinking about, man, why I ain't have this mind frame about 4 or 5 years ago?
I did have it about 4 or 5 years ago, but like I say, the hassle of life will catch you by surprise, and that's just what it is.
Real talk.
But to stand up again, but I say I don't want to put too much time on myself, but it's a little bit before that.
I got you.
A little bit before that, But at the same time, we were a little bit more wild than this crowd. Nobody wants to admit that. We had access to all the things they got right now. The world might be a piece of space dust floating somewhere right now. We'd have blew it up. You know what I'm saying? So,
Well, no, I mean, it's straight up. You know, we all talk about the entrepreneurial factor. Now y'all gonna make me dig up one of my lectures from class. So pardon me.
feel free.
Talk to us, Professor. You got to talk to us then.
Well, I do a lecture called The Glass Ceiling. And what I explain with it, I start off with, let's start with 1790, the Land Grant Act. The entire purpose for public education in the United States is to make you serviceable. It is not to actually educate you or put you in a position to uplift yourself. That's
Did
what
you hear that, Bree?
That's what private school is for.
Yeah.
And that's always been the class distinction. And what happens is when you have your public schools, you know, how you, in every city you have your specialty public schools. Like in Boston, they have Boston Latin. In New York City, you have like I went to music and art, and you had Stuyvesant, which was for like the really bright kids, and you had Boston, not Boston, you had Bronx Science, which was for the kids who were really good at science and so forth. Well, it's like you have those specialty schools that it's like if you're particularly gifted in an area, they'll put you through it, but still it's about making you serviceable. Because music and art made us really great musicians, and you know, there's a who's who of the graduates, but any of us who made it in the industry or the business had to learn that side on our own. What they kind of did was taught you how to audition, but hang on, Zig, when you said you wanted to get in the music business, what did I tell you? What was the 3-person rule I told you, Zig?
Zig, you can hear?
Hey, Zig.
Zig.
Oh, he said he'll be right back.
Oh,
Be right back.
He's trying to get his signal right over there.
All right. Well, I'll let him tell you when he comes back. But the way the public education is set up, for example, when they talk about compulsory education, you know, when everybody had to go to school,
right?
That was only introduced because of the Industrial Revolution, because people had to know the basics of reading, writing, and arithmetic to run the machinery of industry for the corporate giants. But the whole notion behind the state college actually grew out of, you know, if you notice, like a lot of the historically black schools have either A&T or A&M. It's because the state schools all grew out of agricultural or technical institutions. So like, you know, Florida A&M is Florida Agricultural and Mechanical, or North Carolina A&T is Agricultural and Technical. And it's because, again, it was about making us serviceable. And actually, when you even had the state schools that dealt with business, it was really about making us middle management for the dudes graduating from Yale and Harvard. They would open the companies, they would run the businesses. You know, let's even think about how the classroom is laid out. When we go to public school, we sit in rows, just like the faculty. I mean, just like the factory. Or we sit in rows, just like they do in jail. Or we sit in rows, you know what I'm saying? Or we sit in rows like we do in the military. So public school is training you to either function in prison, in the factory, you know, or you know, even think about when we sit in cubicles. On, you know, on that end, that's what public school is about, training you. But then when you go to private school, the biggest class has maybe 12 people in it, and they sit in a circle just like you do at a board table.
See, I didn't even know that.
Dre, you hear that, Dre?
I didn't even know that.
Yeah,
I heard it.
When you go to prep school, you all sit in a circle just like you do as the board of directors at a corporation.
That's something to think about, man.
Because from 7th grade, they train you to run the company.
And in public schools, they just teach you to work for that guy.
Yeah, they're teaching you how to run his company, but not how to run your company.
You program.
Right?
Yeah.
And
They programming you to go out there and keep that machine running.
Yeah.
And that's all got plugs. Because if you ain't got the right type of connections, then you just gonna be out there in the wind trying to find something.
That's it.
Exactly.
That's it.
Yeah. And I mean, I like do when I was that we really kind of like that hit us hard. Like you know, in our generation that hit us hard because we was the ones to walk into that and really see that. And I mean, everybody had to deal with it, but it was more information out and more, you know what I'm saying, more to play off of, and you know, it was firm when my generation was walking into it. It was being affirmed.
Yeah,
you know?
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's real though.
Well, it's like, you ever notice how they got rid of all the shop classes, but they got rid of them in all the black schools?
Yeah.
That's because too many of us were coming out and becoming plumbers and mechanics, and too many of us were coming out opening our own businesses. And so that's why the tech schools began to close the program. It had nothing to do with funding or defunding education. It was because they were cranking out too many black entrepreneurs. Per capita, black people own more business coming into the 1900s than we did leaving.
Right.
More of us own businesses and more of us own property.
All right. That's when they started closing all the factories and taking all the good away.
Yeah. It all makes sense now.
And the World War II, they gave all the white soldiers loans to go out and buy houses, and they gave us Section 8.
Man, the professor is opening up everybody's minds right now, man. Think about all that.
And turned around and said, hey, wait, no, the man can't live there. You know what I mean?
Exactly. Yeah. Well, now you're gonna take the man away from the family, then you wonder why these kids growing up a certain way.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the okie doke right there.
Well, that's the game they've been playing on us since they brought us over on boats, fam.
Yes, sir.
Take the father.
Boy, we keeping it real right now on the Foolish Show, man. It's that real talk. I love talking about, man, that real life stuff, man.
That's it. But Zig, since you are back,
it's time for everybody to start realizing and open up their minds. We've been living in the box. We got to get out this box.
We ain't even in a real box. We in a pretend invisible box.
Yeah, a chalk line.
There you go. Man, it's a whole world out here, man. We got,
but that's part.
A whole world out here.
But that's part of the public education training. We're taught to respond to bells. We're taught to consider squares. We're taught to consider, boundaries. And what happens, it's like the Willie Lynch letter. You raise us, you train us with those boundaries, and we'll maintain them ourselves.
Yes, sir.
Well said, Professor.
And hey, that might be the truth.
Zig back, Dumbo back. We got the whole crew back, y'all.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Hey, Professor, what you was asking Zig?
Zig, what are the 3 things I told you about the business when you said you wanted to get in?
Yeah.
You say it in a song.
Zig, we can't hear you.
Bro.
Dumbo, you can hear us? Both of their signals going in and out. Dumbo and Zig. So listen, let's take it, Professor, y'all, Bree, Dre, let's take it to what's going on in the climate that we live in right now. You already know, Bree, growing up in the hood, man, all we see is violence, killing, stealing, So how can we try to slow this cycle down, man, with these young kids coming up, man, and let's try to save some of these kids' lives, man.
You got to keep them active, bro. That's the main thing. Active. It's because it's just like me from where I'm from. I'm close by Memphis, so I see that Memphis is one of the top rated cities now, with crime and all that. It's nothing to do. Like tourist attracting, for older people. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
What I'm saying is for older people. Tourist attraction is for older people. Like, so you have your younger kids that's just sitting at home after school or during the summer that's 13 plus towards 18. You know, all they seeing is trouble out there on the street. So what else can you get into when that's all you see if there's nothing else for you to get involved with? Because they shutting down everything because it's so bad. But at the same time, it's like it has to be a balance in between both. Like we can't just shut down because this does this. We have to find a way to make this sync together to keep these kids out of the system, keep these kids in school, and to keep them on the right path so they're not doing shit. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, that boy Dre just made some good points, y'all.
Yeah, he right, man. You got to keep it. Idle mind is the devil's playground.
Mm-hmm.
Number facts.
Ooh, Bree, I like that, Bree.
Yeah, I'm with him, man. That's real talk. It's not happening.
Hey, y'all know what they say about trouble. It's easy to get into.
It's hard to get out of.
Hard to get out of.
One thing we got to stop doing is treating the school like the factory. Because what happens is we drop them in kindergarten and then show up at high school graduation.
Right.
And we actually have to, where it stands now, we have to treat school like certification. It's okay. You need the diploma. You need that. You need access to the resources. But in reality, the education is going to have to take place at home.
Oh, now you're talking.
It's going to have to be that weekly trip to the library with your kids. Grab the book. It's going to have to be what's the summer reading list, and you have to actually read the books on the summer reading list. It's going to have to be this Saturday we're going to the museum. This Saturday we're going to here. We're going to this concert. We're going to this play. We're going. It has to become that. It has to become. We can't rely on the guidance counselor for anything but a signature when it's time to start looking at college or vocational program or whatever direction it is you want to go in, because these people, number one, don't have our kids' best interests at heart. They would just assume put all of our kids in reformatories. If that's not how they're already regarding the school that they're teaching in now. So, that's where it has to turn around. It has to come back to, when the active move, when we look at our young people, the active move is to prevent our kids from turning into Black Panthers and prevent our kids from turning into, Fruit of Islam soldiers. So the push then becomes turn them into gangsters. I wrote in the private chat, don't tell them put the gun down, just tell them what direction to point it in.
Boy, that's a powerful statement there, Professor.
Because you need your warriors.
Yeah.
But you need them focused too.
Yeah.
In every facet of life. I mean, you need every part to have a kingdom, to have a society. You need every part. You need protection.
You do.
And like we were saying, but see, the struggle is, Professor, y'all, the struggle is, look at the structure in the homes. Ain't nobody growing up like the Cosby family and all that.
Nah, but
now, listen, Professor, nowadays, these families don't even sit down and eat a meal together no more and say they grace and all that. Somebody over there on PS5, somebody over there on the tech. Somebody else on Instagram over there going live.
But you got to think, there is no modern day Cosby show. There is no, all of that's gone. There's no Family Matters.
That's gone now.
none of that. We don't have anything to create true sustenance in our culture. You know what I mean?
The closest thing we got are the closest thing we got are the Upshaws. I gotta admit, it's a funny show.
Yeah, it's funny. It's funny. But yeah, I mean, in every aspect of the show, and I mean, entertainment, however you want to look at it.
Right. Think about it.
But
we got good, talented people, but as far as strong and forceful and what you might want to see as a normal human being, don't.
But here's one thing that we also can't allow ourselves to fall for. White people determined what the family structure is. And part of the determination of the normal family structure was specifically to then say, oh, black people are not normal. What do? You destroy the black family structure, and then you decide, oh, well, this is what a normal family structure looks like.
Right.
You have destroyed the black family structure. So you say that a normal family structure is mom, dad, and 2.7 kids, and you own a home. You know, you say that this is what the norm is.
Yeah, the house and the picket fence.
Yes, exactly. And you set that norm just above what the average person has. So then there's constantly the feeling of, I can't achieve that. So you say the norm is the picket fence house, and what you do is you give the black folks Section 8, where we don't even get a picket fence. We don't even get a balcony. We just get the projects.
That's right. They throw y'all in one community, and we call it the hood.
Yeah. And you know, and the thing is, with that, they throw us in one community, but then they make it in a situation where we can't own the businesses. We don't own the buildings. And we're actually discouraged from taking those steps forward. Because, like, for example, we're being told, okay, so we're supposed to do it this way. We're being told by our oppressor, we're supposed to do it this way. Meanwhile, you know, we talk about groups who come in, we start hating on those groups. And I'm like, no, what they're looking at is, they're looking at the goal. We're too busy looking at the process. You know, you get five Asian families who will come in this country, and it's like you'll have literally 4 families who will rent one apartment and will sleep in that apartment in shifts. And
until everybody come up.
In New York City, we used to laugh at the dude selling dollar batteries on the train, not realizing dude who was selling the dollar batteries back in 1991 now owns 5 businesses.
See what I'm saying?
And 3 homes and 10 cars, you know, but he was selling dollar batteries, because what happens is all 4 of those families will rent that one apartment. They will pool their money, and they'll go from selling the dollar batteries on the street to getting a storefront. And then now they have the storefront and they have 2 apartments. And then, and what'll happen is they will have 4 families with 4 businesses who now own 4 homes. And then it spreads out from there. And they're not busy worrying about, oh, we don't have dad in the house, we don't have mom in the house, we don't have this. And they're not worried about the process. What they're worried about is, I want to get mine. And I want to get mine.
Professor, they want to build generational wealth. That's how they build it.
Well, they want to build generational wealth, but they also think community, because we're taught to think about, you know, and again, this is why when people always come out with GOAT concept, I'm the first one to shoot it down, because only black people have greatest of all times. White people got pantheons. Asian people got pantheons.
Ooh, Professor talking that talk tonight, boy. Professor talking that talk tonight.
Jews got pantheons. You don't have the greatest Jewish this or the greatest Italian that. You have greats, but we always got the greatest, and we're taught that because then we're taught not to unify.
Right, division.
I'm from old school hip hop. We had crews, and guess what? Our crews did not really have real beefs with each other. You know, an MC battle was just that. Y'all might be smoking a joint together back behind the basketball court after you battle, you know, and after you ripped each other up. It was that, you know, it was that kind of thing when Kane and the late great Biz Markie met each other, they battled and they were boys and they became boys from the battle. But you know, we're taught that no, it has to be a fight. It has to be a fight to the finish. You know, is how we're taught. So we're not taught to work together. Hip hop used to be an underground community.
Right.
You know, when people, you know, here's a prime example. Boogie Down Productions is fighting with the Juice Crew, and guess what? After Boogie Down Productions has ripped up the Juice Crew, KRS-One and Miss Melody are helping Big Daddy Kane move into his apartment. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah. Right.
What I'm saying?
Right.
You know, it's like, but now it's like, you know, it's like we look at what happened with the Locks and Dips on Versus.
Right.
People are still talking about that like it was a bloodbath, and I'm like, you know what? It was a good show. And
Yeah, that's what it's about. That's what it's about right now.
It was a good show. But you know, now it's like evolving into like actual fights. People rolling up on each other in parking lots over bullshit. You know, excuse my language, but you know, but
that's what it is, though. That's what it is, Professor.
But you know, but the thing of it is we've been taught to counter unify. You know, and every now and again we see a model of unity, and the first thing they try to do is make sure it doesn't happen again. George Clinton had Parliament Funkadelic, and Parliament Funkadelic evolved into like 10 or 20 different groups. It was a working model. It was a working model of how to deal with the music industry. Okay, this record company is going to rip us off, and that record company is going to rip us off. Tell you what, we're going to sign with each record company as a different band. We're going to sign with this company as Funkadelic, and we're going to sign with this company as Parliament. And then we're going to sign with that company. Now, okay, so what they try to do is make sure that never happened again. Then about 40 years later, along comes RZA, who does the exact same shit with the Wu-Tang Clan. We're going to take 9 dudes, and we're going to sign one group, but then we're going to get all 9 of them their own record deal. And people thought that
the whole clique got on.
Right. But what I'm saying is people think that that's an innovative model, but no, that's exactly what Funkadelic did 40 years earlier. But what we try to do is we don't tie our histories together. We don't stop and look at the fact that the Harlem Renaissance ties into the Black postmodernists, which ties into the Black arts movement, which is what led to hip hop, which is what led to the urban expressionist movement. We don't tie those things together. We act like these are all things that just happened among themselves. Because what again, part of the disunifying of Black people is do not teach the connective tissue of our history. Don't talk about the fact that Easy Mo B had the Last Poets partying, you know, niggas are scared of revolution in the tape deck, and that's where Biggie first heard party and bullshit and said, I want to write about that party that Abiodun Owele is talking about. They don't, you know, because again, that becomes the connective tissue that they don't want people thinking about. They don't want people thinking about the fact that the founders of hip hop were at Mount Morris Park in Harlem listening to the Last Poets rocking over beats and saying, oh, we can do the, you know, the fact that the Bronx had all of these jazz musicians and all of these Latin players, and all of this was influencing, you know, and even down to the fact that we had the mobile DJ tradition in Jamaica, and the fact that, yeah, Kool Herc was from Jamaica where they had mobile DJs. The fact that, you know, Grandmaster Flash is from Barbados where they had mobile DJ units, that Grand Wizard Theodore is from you know, that this is a whole West Indian thing, and that the population of Mauritania in the Bronx was at that point 80% West Indian. We don't do that connective tissue, that connective tie.
Yeah.
We don't talk about the street poetry tradition of down south and the fact that The same street poetry that Rudy Ray Moore became famous with his Dolomite is what later led into the rap tradition. And the fact that the rap tradition is an extension of what Black people had been doing in the United States for about 300 years, the griot traditions. We don't do that connective tissue. You know, the late game, the modern game with rap music, where you got all these young rappers dissing the old heads and the old heads dissing the young heads. And I'm like, to me, as a jazz musician, that's counterintuitive. That is completely and totally counterintuitive. If it wasn't for the old heads in jazz, we wouldn't be able to do what we do now. And guess what? The old heads in jazz appreciated some of the stuff we were bringing in.
Yeah, it all works hand in hand.
Yeah. You know, again, let's go back to Miles Davis calls up Easy Mo B and is like, yo, you want to produce my next album? This is what I'm talking about. You know, where that's the jazz tradition. But I look at rap and it's like, now rap is just about let's diss each other, let's diss each other, let's diss this one, let's diss that one.
Yeah, forget him. I'm the best. This I got more money.
Yeah,
I got the most cars. I got the most jewelry. Kill him. Kill them.
To me, it's like him will be. That's how I feel like. That's how I feel like they see it. If we kill him, we got to see. I mean, that's just how I see it.
Yeah.
Like that's not what it is for me anyway. You know, I don't promote that when, you know, in my music. I don't promote.
Me either, Bree.
I mean,
because you can have fun without all that.
Right, but when you divert from the norm, they see you as strange. I mean, they just do. They see you. I mean, it makes sense, but then at the same time, how do you grow or move in it? Well, if you don't experience new things or something that you consider cool. And how does your mind develop? I mean, you have to believe in the unbelievable and try to think of the unthinkable in order to become great. So how can we become great within this society if we just do the same thing year after year? Year after year. Destruction, you know what I'm saying? I mean, it's some people over here pretending they good for some money, but when it hit the fan, they're nowhere to be found.
Right.
They're nowhere to be found. I mean, they make millions of dollars off our struggle, and then when it's time to give back, they're nowhere to be found.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. But listen, it's up to the people to wake up on that stuff, because as long as the people gonna keep downloading and buying it, that's what's gonna be popping.
I mean, I feel like we all need some cleansing. That's really what I was trying to get. We all need some cleansing.
Cause you know, you come from the hood, we all can talk about it. Everybody, if you come from the projects, you don't see so many things that you can tell stories for days.
All right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
if you come from that struggle. So I like to talk about it, but see, I'm not going to tell you I'm killing somebody or I'm the plug, I'm the dope man. I might tell you that what I saw in the hood or what that happened around me, but I'm not telling you I'm doing it.
Right. I understand that. Is it you make, but that's what rapping essentially is, storytelling.
Right, it's storytelling.
It's not like you have to have done that you're talking about. Is it if you tell a story and make sense out of it and make a point, then that's what it's supposed to be. It's just a story. You know what I mean? Essentially telling the truth on the microphone is writing anyway. So I don't get it.
That's true. Like everybody want to be tough. If you go on the mic and talk about all these bodies you don't call, you might well go turn yourself in.
Hey, you ain't tough. and then when the feds come knocking on your door because you just sold $1 million platinum,
you looking crazy.
Yeah, you want to blame everybody else, but you the one that went on all the shows saying, "Man, it was us." You know what I'm saying? Like, come on.
Right. Yeah, I did that, man. I slid, man. I bust him. I did this. Man, you incriminating yourself. And
the misconception is that this is being consumed before it's even being consumed. It's not. They drop an album. If the people that run YouTube sponsor this person and they put a song out, you don't think they're gonna put views on it?
Exactly.
Like you think that really came from a million people? No, but you fall into the fantasy of that this is the guy. You know what I'm saying?
And everybody jump on the train. Everybody jump on the bandwagon.
Yeah, they bury. I mean, if you upload something to YouTube, man, or anywhere else, man, you get one instant. And what you think that is? That's them examining what you putting on their platform. So you can be lost. You can be lost.
Real talk.
Friend of mine who used to do radio promotion. He used to do what they called the he used to call it the Islamic package. When you wanted to make a record a hit, it played 5 times a day. You would have a radio station, and they would play the record in the morning during the drive to work. They would play
you like it.
They would play it in the late morning when people would have their coffee break. They would play it around lunchtime when folks were at lunch. They would play it again in the evening when you were on your drive home from work, and then they'd play it again at night when you were listening to the radio while making dinner.
Exactly.
And if you did that every day of the week for a month, I could guarantee a record that you thought sucked, you'd be singing to when it comes on the radio. How many times have you heard a record on, you know what I mean? Well, of course, nobody listens to the radio anymore, but how many times back in the day when you listened to on the radio, there'd be a record where the first time you heard it, you didn't even really think about it. And then after a while, when it came on, you're not even really thinking about it. You there bobbing your head and singing along to it. And you didn't even really like the record.
Right.
But
that's how they get you.
Yeah. I mean, think about commercials that you heard as a kid that you can still sing.
Long as it was catchy, you gonna remember it.
It don't matter how stupid it was or how well it was written. If it's catchy,
you already know.
Oh, it doesn't even have to be catchy. For example, if I do this, bum bum bum, what is that?
A slogan? Go ahead. What is that?
NBC. NBC.
Yep.
Oh,
NBC.
It's NBC.
Think about it.
I just have to sing 3 notes, and you already know.
Yeah,
TV,
exactly.
and you know what TV station it is. Or if I do this,
that's how they got you programmed, man. We come in this game programmed, man.
or if I do this,
That's like a siren or something.
Dumbo, what you say? What that is, Dumbo?
Next time you turn on Netflix.
I don't know what that was.
If you have Netflix, next time you turn on Netflix, when that big red end comes across.
Oh
the
yeah,
screen,
yeah, that is that sound. He right, that is that sound.
Oh yeah.
You know, or you know, you think about psychology. You see the colors red and yellow, you're automatically thinking food. That's why McDonald's and Wendy's are the top selling hamburgers. Or orange and red, which is why you have Burger King.
Right.
And if you then, you know, or you think about the neighborhood bodega, what's the awning? Red and yellow. And then
you sure not right, Professor. You sure not right now.
But then think about the restaurants that are just the step above. Their colors are always blue and white. Why? Because you're taught to trust blue and white. That's the color of the hospitals. That's the color of, you know, of service. So you come to a restaurant or a store, their logo colors are going to be blue and white because you're taught to trust them.
Now, I never thought about that breed, y'all.
I'm listening and learning.
Zig, what's up, Zig, man? His microphone working. I ain't heard from Zig in a while. I need Zig in the building. Dre, what's up? Talk to me. Y'all ready to get this music popping?
Yeah, what's so with?
We got to start this talent show, man. Who got some music that we about to pop
disconnected?
I get it on. You want me to get it on?
Who want to pop this thing on? We live right now on the Foolish Show, man.
How do we play music on this?
You can play it out loud.
Oh, word?
Yeah.
All right.
Breed say he got something right quick. We about to go in, y'all. If y'all just tuning in, we live on the Foolish Show. I got a whole bunch of special guests, man. We got the rooms full right now. I got everybody in the building. We representing, having a good time. That's what it's all about. The professor done came in the building, dropping all these gems on us. Dre, I know you got something to play over there too, Dre. I already done heard you, boy. Stop playing. I know you stop playing now. I already heard some of Dre's.
Yeah, I got a little something.
He slide. I'm telling you right now, he slide. Everybody trying to get right. Y'all get that music right. We're gonna start this party on. Let everybody showcase their talent. Y'all make sure y'all follow everybody that's on here right now. Y'all. It's all about showing love. We're gonna get everybody their flowers while they heart beating, while they can smell it.
Y'all ready?
Yeah,
Let's go, Bree.
Y'all get that?
We going in.
Enjoy right now, everywhere.
Turn it up a little bit, Bree.
You hear it?
Yeah. Okay.
Is there a way to make it louder?
The boy ham, man. Bree, you want to jump in the car, boy?
Do that, man. That's what you supposed to do. Make our point select care about all lives in this bitch. Everything we were talking about just now, that's me. Yeah. I can't talk about no house up on no hill with no lake.
Ooh, that boy smoking.
I don't talk politics because that's up for debate. Politicians worse than rappers, they don't live what they say. Yeah, I'm out the slum, but I ain't gonna die up in that shit. It's hard where we from, niggas dying to get rich. Being broke and making niggas start a riot in this bitch. Make our point and y'all care about all lives in this bitch. Man, it's fucked up, there's really two sides to this shit. But Black Lives Matter and we rising again. And we demand our equity. Relinquish our necessities. We deserve a piece of that pie because that's our recipe. I know what I know that all our niggas way stronger than before. I told you once before, it's way deeper than you know. Me and my niggas won't die, bro.
I gotta get this boy on the track, man. I gotta get you on the track, please.
Man, let's go. Let's go.
Man.
Yeah, that's hard right there. That's hard right there.
Yeah, man. Appreciate it, man.
Man, that boy got me want to run through a wall right now.
I got y'all next if y'all ready.
Hold on, let me give my dog Bree another round of applause, y'all.
Thank you, man. Thank you.
Hey, y'all better get ready, boy, because that boy Dre coming up next. Y'all better get ready. Better get your popcorn ready. Dre, go ahead and sauce him up, Dre.
Man, I got y'all some. This joint ain't even drop yet. This an unreleased joint. Here y'all go.
You heard it first on the Foolish Show, y'all.
Hey man, y'all can go get it, man. Instagram, chill with Dre, bro. YouTube, it's just Dre Music. Here it go. Let's get it. Y'all can hear that good.
You got it.
If it's destiny, I really with the clap. Searching for my soul, I've been looking in and out. I put my heart into this shit, that's what they been talking about. Synchronized like some swimmers, guess they waiting on a drought. If it's destiny, I really with the clap. Searching for my soul, I've been looking in and out.
I told you that boy snapping.
Talking about synchronized like
Hey,
some swimmers, guess they waiting
what's
for
that?
a drought. If it's real love, then the truth will set you free. I was in the trap selling weed with 10 a G. I was down bad when nobody helping me. That's when I got my own, went around selling peace. Destiny, destiny, that's what they talk about. Pray for me, my soul in and out. Trying to be, got people watching me, but it was hard on the rough side, got people playing with me. I wrote this from my heart, from my soul.
Ooh, these boys cracking me up tonight, boy.
If it's real love, then it will show. Gotta make it out, pack your bags and let's go. If it's destiny, I really with the cloud. Searching for my soul, I've been looking in and out. I put my heart into this shit, that's what they been talking about. Synchronized like some swimmers, guess they waiting on a drought. If it's destiny, I ain't really with the cloud. Searching for my soul, I've been looking in and out. I put my heart into this shit, that's what they been talking about. Synchronized like some swimmers, guess they waiting for a drought. If I had all the money in the world, you happy, cause you the one to death for me back when I ain't happy. Bank account was down, needed money, make it happen. Said we reaching for the stars, help me out so I can grab it. Time was getting hard, I lost myself and it was okay. Cause I ain't had no money, so I couldn't eat your Chipotle. If we got a problem, we can solve it on the first day. I ain't with that baby shit, I'd rather go to end the beat. I've been on the trying to find a reason you ain't left me now for all the shit I've done. It was fun while it lasted, now I'm on the grind to make it to the big stage so I can finally shine. Destiny, I really with the cloud. Searching for my soul, I've been looking in and out. I put my heart into this.
Yeah, that's it right there.
Hey, y'all boys gonna make me refill my cup, man. Y'all boys gonna make me refill, man.
Yeah.
Hey, we about to break the internet tonight. These boys on fire, man. There's so much talent in the house tonight. Hey, Zig, what you got for him, Zig?
Huh?
Zig, you next. Let's go.
Hey, what's up?
You next. Let's go.
All right. Cool. Got this track. It's called CPS. All right, so this track, it's unreleased. This is the one that I'm dropping this coming week, actually. Just gonna play a little bit of it.
Let's go. Y'all check out Zig, man.
All right.
It's so hard, I need to call CPS phone number. Nigga, let's get Frisco cut right here. Man, keep raising in the back over there. And we got Mills, JJ, King. Jump on the track, we murder this thing. Street Squad, that's the name of the clique. They want to party with us, cause we lit. Just took a trip out the city the other day. Finally got to perform. Turned on the radio and heard my song playing. You know that I'm of a joy. Yeah, I'm ecstatic. And now I'm getting back at it. Recording at 1 a.m. with no shirt on. That's become a habit. Yeah, that was the routine in the quarantine. Social distancing. I just do my thing. Staying up to sing. Going off the dome.
Okay,
phone. Sitting in the other room on the charger. Followers getting larger. I'm just chilling. I hope my manager ain't trying to call up. Big hit so hard, I need to call CPS. Phone number, Cat Mac, and my boy Nicholas. Got Chris Cole in the cut right here. Man, D-Reed's in the back over there. And we got Mills, JJ, and King. Jump on the track and we murder this thing. Street Squad, that's the name of the thing. They want to party with us because we lit.
All right. Not going to play the whole thing, but yeah, that one's dropping August 15th. It's called CPS Freestyle.
Ooh. These boys on fire tonight, boy. It's so much talent in the house, man. Y'all boy making me want to go out somewhere, man. Y'all make me hit the streets. Dumbo, they got me want to hit the streets, Dumbo.
Where you at, Bo?
They got me want to hit the streets, Dumbo. Hey, Street Love Marley in the house. Street Love, where you at?
We're good. And my camera fucked up.
What is homie?
We're good. Let me get my music right.
Say, say what's up to the cat. Then what you doing?
We on the live show.
Then what you doing?
Yeah, my name.
Then I won't watch my tablet. Then you won't let me watch my tablet.
Hey, big bro, can you play the tracks I had sent you? Hello?
Daddy!